I'm just putting the corset together now, the lining, and then I'm going to cover it with the strawberry. I've made one side here already, and I've put the hook and eyes in the back, and I've put some boning through that I bought, just a simple boning. And I also did some boning only halfway at the waist there, because you want to be able to bend at your waistline. Here's an example of it before I turned it through. So I did put interface in there just to support it. And I've also marked along here about 3 centimetres a piece where I'm going to put the eyelets. And I just got a home style eyeleting tool here, not like the professional ones where they have a very big machine that runs it all at once. I just bought a little rivet kit. So you put one side on one side, one ring and the other ring, and you have to actually cut a little hole, and then you're going to push, 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 and it'll be finished. Next up, I'm going to put the skirt onto the mannequin, and then we'll see the final piece. I'm going to hand stitch the strawberry onto this inner lining, and hopefully it'll be complete. This is a little bit of boning that I have got a sample of. I decided not to buy it for this project because it's quite expensive and it was only a small thing, but I've done some work at Dracula's on the Gold Coast, and they do a lot of corsets. You can buy this on corset.com, I think is the name of the website, and it's this fantastic because it moves. Isn't it brilliant? It's like springing, and you can buy it to length and then they cap it for you, or else you can buy it in a roll, cut it yourself and do the capping yourself. But I just got a sample of it because I just think it's great and I want to use it. I bought a different mannequin that's a better size now, and this is the crinoline, that's the underneath starting point. Here is the little apron chill skirt. Now I've made it in 2 pieces so I can gather it really on the side to make the sides stick out more. Tie it over, and I'm just going to tie it in place. It's pretty simple. And I've got butterfly kidney. I haven't sewn the other one on, but you can see that it's probably going to go over underneath this as well, and it'll really stick out. Okay, I put in the pink polyester satin ruffle skirt over the top, and here is the underlay. There's so many underlays, it looks gorgeous. But I decided to catch it up. It just looked more princessy if I caught it, but because I've caught it, now we're seeing the crinoline caging. So what I'm going to have to do is either drop these little catchings, or I'm going to have to shorten the crinoline. I mean, I've got it on a very tall mannequin also. I can adjust the height of the mannequin, but I'm going to change the strapping length. So that's one of those little things you find out when you have your first fitting. And here is the very final overlay skirt, which I think is so yummy. It's got all the little pink ribbons on it, all the different types of tulle that I found. We'll pop it over the top. Get it in its place. I only really put the ribbons on the front. There's a couple at the back, but mainly at the front. I'll get that in the right position. But, oh my goodness, there's so much skirt in there. Then you can see in the background I've got the little peasant blouse. It's going to go over the top as well, on top. And the final, in the next footage you see, I have part of the corset made, and I have made the overpiece with the strawberry, which is going to sit on the front here. So I next up have to do some hand stitching of this onto the lining, and then next up you're going to see the blouse on top, and this finished with the lacing. Complete. Okay, now I've got the final piece I'm putting on the mannequin. Well, it's not a traditional corset, but it's made to look like a corset. I've used hook and eye up the back, which is not traditional. Normally they're laced up the back, and of course it has a busk up the front, and it's done up, clipped up at the front. But this is for a costume piece, and also the difference is that I've used rivets instead of eyelets. So usually you would have eyelets here, but this was actually a shopping mistake. It does work, a bit like lacing up boots, I use rivets, but it doesn't hold as well. So I've just tied them on in the traditional style there, took it in tighter at the waist, then I've had to release it quite a lot at the side here. So I'm still working on that. Also, you can see the detail here. I've done applique and done some little, I guess they're not called pips, little skin dots on the strawberry, just with some hand stitch embroidery. Also this little stem here, I made from this great new thing that you can get, the rolling knitting Nancy. It's really, really quick. You just thread it up inside and start spinning. And look, you can make variegated ones. This beautiful green one is what I used. Used it around there, wrapped it around the stem, and it's just made from your standard cotton thread or shiny thread. I just find this really good because it's so quick, and you can just make your own. You can do Cornelli braiding, you can do all sorts of things. Anyway, I hope you like the completed garment, and that's it.